Not working?
There we go. Bob in Chicago, how you doing?
Hi, Matt. I was hoping you'd be on today.
I'm here, but I'm going to make you talk to Don because we had a caller who didn't want to talk to me. So No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
Go ahead.
It's kind of about your experience while I'm calling. Is that I'm in a similar situation. Your caller guy asked me to say what I wanted. It was like theist hanging by a thread.
Yeah.
Went most of my life trying to people please, and Christianity is the way I got my needs met. Became a pastor, homeschooled my kids. Unpopular thing happened is I came out as gay, and I lost everything. My family, my position, and the last 10 years have been pretty lost. I went to a seminary, which we were never really encouraged to do, and heard a lot of the things that I've heard on your show, like in the Hebrew Bible, there is no such thing as the concept of original sin, and that Mary may not have been a virgin because it was interpreted as a young woman.
Yeah.
So now, in my defense of being trying to say, well, I can be gay and a Christian, I've started to defend God.
So you can definitely be gay and be a Christian, and there are a number of there are a number of Christian churches that are also very gay friendly. My question is, why would you want to be?
Exactly right, and that's kind of the point at now is that did you in your experience go right from being a believer to being an atheist, or did you go through this process of being a deist or being? It's hard to just take that jump for me, I guess.
It was really, I mean, it was a long period of time studying with the attempt to, be able to better defend my faith-based beliefs, in particular trying to convince an atheist roommate, and found my way out. But I reached a point where I realized, okay, I can't believe the Bible, but I might still be a Christian of some sort. And it was probably a couple of days later that I realized, no, I can't possibly be a Christian, but I probably still believe in God or something like that. And so I wanted to kind of investigate, all of the religions, which one of these has got it right. And it occurred to me rather quickly that you can't do that in the course of a single lifetime. So you have to take a step back, look at the top level questions and find out what kind of God might exist. What reason do I have to think any of these religions might have it right at all? And from there, it became quickly apparent that there's no good reason to think that any of them have it right, and I was an atheist.
Well, 6 months of listening to your show, probably 4 hours a day, has sped up.
Oh my gosh! Go out and take a walk.
I'm on disability now, so all I do is listen to your program and Hitchings and all these, great people who have all this rational thinking, because we weren't even allowed to watch the History Channel, like you said.
Well, that's probably a good thing. If I had kids, I wouldn't allow them to watch the History Channel.
Exactly. So it's crazy. But anyway, I guess my last thing, I don't want to hold you up, but I want to tell you I appreciate what you guys do, and it's given me hope. It's hard to think atheism gives you hope, but there's got to come a peace at some time, rather than being pulled apart by these Christian people on Facebook every day, told I'm of the devil anyway.
Yeah.
So, and my son he's 33, and just had my first grandson, and out of all my family and Christian friends, he has stuck with me, but he is thinking about becoming an atheist, and I have such guilt over that.
Why?
And that's what I think, deist is
that's his decision.
By a thread,
So well, you wanted to chime in on this?
Yeah, that's he's going to have to make up his own mind. You're not responsible, for a 33-year-old kid. I wanted to mention something. On the Atheist Community of Austin website, we have a dozen or so testimonials of different people telling their stories, how they became atheists, and you might look at that. One of the themes I think there is that it often takes 6, 8, 10 years for a lot of folks to come to that conclusion, and it often takes a lot of work and study.
It does.
I'm really heartened by the the kids who are in their 20s who kind of have got it all figured out already. 14s or whatever. You know, that said, those folks often haven't put in the effort into studying all the arguments and things, but I'm really pleased with the way things are going.
Yeah, it's great. I'm 57 now, and with my disease process, I have almost died 3 times.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
So it's a little. I'm trying to speed up the process.
Okay.
Not the dying process.
No. The what happens when I'm not here process.
Right.
So this.
Thanks again for talking to me.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot for calling, Bob.
Bye-bye.
Take care. And Bob, anybody else, just quick notes. You can also do a Google search for Recovering from Religion. The Recovering from Religion organization there is for people who are in your position, who are finding their way out and dealing with the difficulties of life. They also have started the Hotline Project, where people can call in. I'll be manning the phones at some point, as soon as I get that final training knocked out. And there's also the Secular Therapist Project for people who might want to talk to a qualified therapist who's not going to direct you to religious resources and just say, oh, you know, you need to get right with God and go back to church. You want somebody who's actually got, sound science, evidence-based instead of science-y, faith-based
It's a discrete referral system, right?
Yeah, it's all private, and in Bob's case, as someone who was involved with the clergy for a number of years, might also look into the Clergy Project, which exists to allow current and former clergy members who don't believe anymore to interact with each other and talk about the difficulties that they're going through. We've mentioned all of these before on the show, but it's good to get the information out again as people call in.
Yeah, it's great that there's organizations like that.